correctly.
Okay,
So
ready when you are.
I just get the undeliverable.
Mark, just as a procedural thing, can you just say and spell your name really quick?
Sure. My first name is Mark, M-A-R-K, and the last name is pronounced Weary, W-E-R-Y.
Title?
Lieutenant.
Perfect, with Little Chute.
Well, Fox Valley Metro Police Department, Little Chute Police Department.
Perfect. Can you kind of go through the nuts and bolts of, what happened here today, why you were at the, school today?
Sure. At about 2:17 this afternoon, the Outagamie County Sheriff's Department Communications Center in downtown Appleton received a suspicious call in regards to an unknown person walking around the Little Chute area school district facility located at 1400 Freedom Road in the village of Little Chute. It was reported that that person was seen placing packages throughout or around the facility. Additionally, we received a phone call here at the Fox Valley Metro Police Department as well as at the school district in regards to a person indicating that they were en route to the school facility to carry out an act of violence.
So multiple people called multiple different places?
Correct. We had a few phone calls that were placed today. Like I said, one received by our right through law enforcement throughout Outagamie County here at the Fox Valley Metro Police Department, and then a call was received by the school district as well.
And it was different people calling in as far as...
We're still working to determine that. It's a little too early to determine that, but as far as I know, at this point, I can confirm we did have 3 phone calls that we're working to follow up on.
At this point, do you know if anybody ever was on campus that was doing anything dangerous?
We had a very, very quick response, quite frankly. As those phone calls were received by law enforcement, a phone call was placed directly to the school resource officer who had made direct communication with the school district staff to place them into a lockdown. Within just a few moments, we had several officers on scene doing an initial assessment of the school district or the facility grounds right off the bat. Once the school was placed in a secure hold, we were able to conduct a more methodical or thorough search, utilizing some of the outside agency resources that are available to us.
Can you get into any more detail about what was said in the
Sure. Unfortunately, I don't have that information. I wasn't the one who took the phone, received the phone call, unfortunately. But like I said, I do know that a series of 3 phone calls were made indicating that that somebody had witnessed someone placing those packages around the building. Again, we were unable to locate any, or that was unfounded. And additionally, 2 phone calls were made, one to the school district and one here to the police department, that someone was en route to carry out an act of violence at the school building.
When you and other police departments, carry out, a search of a school of this nature, what does that entail? What are you guys kind of doing when you're going through the school? What are you looking for?
It might look like organized chaos, or it might look chaotic, and quite frankly, there's just a lot of moving parts. I mean, we're a smaller police agency in and of ourselves, so we do rely on our outside agencies, and we were helped by a number of outside agencies today, from Appleton Police Department, Outagamie County Sheriff's Department, Wisconsin State Patrol, the DNR, Kaukauna Police Department, Grand Chute Police Department. So there were several police agencies there to, one, secure a perimeter so there could be no, additional vehicles or people traveling towards the school building, but then also to conduct a search of the school property. Not only interior, but also the exterior of the building, to ensure that there are no suspicious persons, there are no suspicious packages, and that from what we could see from our vantage point, that there was no other person posing a threat to the safety of the school and the people inside of it.
And you have dogs in there as well to
help you out? We did have multiple explosive sniffing canines to come out to just do and assist with that search. So we are thorough we are fairly confident that our thorough search turned out no results when we did a thorough search of both the school district property as well as the sports facilities just adjacent to the property.
At what point in an investigation like this do you kind of determine that there's no threat and it's safe to take the students out of lockdown and to release everybody?
First and foremost, from the feedback that I received from the school district, the students and staff did a phenomenal job just doing what they needed to do, which was consistent with their training. But it's a slow-moving process, and I know that can frustrate some parents who may want to get their kids out of school, want to do other things for the day, but obviously their safety is paramount. So that's why they're just placed, in kind of a secure, just stay in place lockdown situation. Not only that, it really eases up on any confusion as to what's been searched, people leaving, people coming, that sort of thing. But it takes time, and once we were confident that there were no packages that shouldn't be on the school district property, and there were no people that shouldn't have been on the school district property, we felt comfortable releasing the building back to the Little Chute Area School District.
I think that's all I had for you, unless there was something else that you wanted to say.
No.
Mark, at this point in time, are you investigating who made the phone calls? Do you have any leads on
at
that
this point it'll be turned over to our department's investigators, who I'm sure will work with outside resources to attempt to determine who made these phone calls, but it's still very early in the investigation. I don't have any any idea as to where we are at this point, but as that information becomes available, we can share that with you.
As far as the immediate Little Chute area, is the public in danger at this point at all? Or
Look, like I said, we weren't able to locate anything that shouldn't have been on the school district property today, either persons or packages. I mean, obviously it's a little difficult to say because it's hard to look where there's free will in human beings. Obviously, anything can happen any day, but we're confident when we turn the building back over to the school district administration today that it was a safe place for them, for the students to leave and go home and carry about their school day.
Perfect. That's all I had for you.
Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you. And
That
then we're
sun
gonna
is just
go.
awful, by the way.